Hey everybody, I'm Rick. Welcome to Talking Habs, where you get your daily fix of Blue Blanc Rouge. We've got Nashville Predators in town to take on the Habs. It's PK Subban night. PK Subban night. The Habs, I guess, and the Preds, they're honoring PK Subban. He played for both of them. And that's going to be tonight. So there's going to be a ceremony. I imagine they're going to have a video up on the screen up on the scoreboard. It'll probably delay a little bit the start of the game, but PK Subban, who retired, I think in September or August, he's being honored, rightfully so. I agree. I will have in this pregame show, I'm going to have the preview for you of the game. I've got the lineups. I have also this here. The Guess the Score contest. If you guess the score of the game and the first goal scorer of the game, you can pick that guy from either team, and you will win the cash prize if you're the first one in the chat with that guess. So if you see somebody with same guess as you, either just change the score a little bit or change the goal scorer, and that'll work. So there you go. What else I got for you? I got a little bit of game day news. Just a little bit, not too much. Yeah, and that's it. I was starting to write a poem about PK Subban, so I have 3 verses that I managed to just get finished like a minute before I came on air. I got 3 verses. I'll read them a little bit later in the show. So we got that. If you are here and you want to talk to me, send a message in the chat. Make your guesses in the chat. Do not guess for the Guess the Score contest in the comments, or don't wait for the live hangout at 7 because they won't count there. So do that. Good luck to everybody who is going to make a guess, and I'll give you mine a little bit later. Mine doesn't count as far as winning the prize, but I'll give you mine a little bit later on. And we'll see who's here right now. Lisa Forbes, welcome to the channel, and she says, "May he rest in peace." Who needs to rest in peace? PK Subban didn't die; he's just being honored by both teams. She says she got to meet him, just like she wished she got to meet Carey Price. Loves them both. Also, Ken Dryden, another legend in his time. But PK Subban is very much alive, and will be at the Bell Center tonight. Bye-bye. How's it going, man? 4-3 Habs. Suzuki first goal. Lucas. 5-2 Nashville. Jackeye fires a PK rocket for the first goal. Stand the man. 4-2 Habs. Dvorak first goal. Francois Leroux. Preds 6-2. Armia first goal. And Sufka. Hey, Sufka. 3-2 Montreal. Caulfield first goal. I'll give you mine now. Why don't I just give you mine now? I'm going 4-2 Nashville. And I'm giving a lazy guess for the first goal scorer, Philip Forsberg. It's kind of lazy. I was running out of time. I didn't do my guess, so I finished the poem, which left me a minute. So I did it quick. We'll see. I don't know if Montreal can win right now. I know they got that win. I'm trying to remember who against St. Louis. But I don't know. They beat St. Louis earlier in the year. Maybe they got St. Louis's number. They lost the next game, and I don't know. I don't feel comfortable saying Montreal's going to win tonight. But I could be wrong. Harry Rice. Hey, Harry. How you doing, man? 6-3 Montreal. We seem to have Nashville's number the past few years. Suzuki opens the scoring, except that Nashville beat us 6-3 last week. So I don't know. The way the Habs are playing, I don't know. I don't feel comfortable. I don't know. I just don't feel they're going to win the game. But maybe that means they will win the game because I'm always wrong. I'm going to get to that. So game day news. Let's do some game day news. Anthony Richard was sent back to Laval. So the Three Rivers Rocket is sent back to Laval to play for the Laval Rocket. He played in 7 games with the Habs and had 1 goal, 1 assist, 2 points. He has 18 goals, 13 assists, 31 points in Laval so far this year. And also, he'll represent the Laval Rocket at the AHL All-Star Game next month, which is in Laval. They're having that in Laval. And that's along with Justin Barron. So Justin Barron, even though while he's here, I imagine they'll send him down to do that. I don't know, unless he's already back there by that time. I don't know. 23-year-old Jesse Alonen has been recalled from Laval. He is second amongst Laval scorers with 8 goals, 19 assists, 27 points in 34 games. And his 19 assists leads the Rocket. In 15 NHL games, he has 2 goals, 3 assists, 5 points. This I don't have here, but you'll see when I do the lineups. Montreal's going with 11 forwards and 7 defensemen. Pizzetta and Hoffman, both healthy scratches. I don't know what the reasoning is behind that. But so Ilonen is out there like for a fourth line with Drouin. I don't know who they're going to put on the wing. We'll see. And I don't know the explanation behind that. Brendan Gallagher will be out a minimum of 6 weeks now. 6 weeks, not 2, with a lower body injury. This is for Matt, Scotian Canadian, in response to a tweet that he put out last week. Tell me again how Coach Marty doesn't have to deal with the injuries like Coach Dom did last year. Tell me again. Yeah. Mike Matheson is back at practice in a non-contact jersey, which means that he should be back. Well, if all goes well, he should be back in the lineup shortly. I think they got all that stuff. There you go. That's my game day news. If you want to talk to me, talk here in the chat. Say hi. Say anything you want. Ask anything you want. If it's not like dirty or totally inappropriate, I'll comment on it. Oh, dentists are fun. Yep. All luck, man. Wish you luck. Lucas says, that's by the way, that was Harry. I'm happy Alonen is getting a shot. He seems like a very stable player. And also, they got like with the injuries, it's just weird that, Pizzetta and Hoffman are healthy scratches and they're going to go with one less forward. I don't understand why, but hey, Marwis, how you doing, man? I'm good. Thanks. You have school in 7 hours, but screw it. Well, you're young, so it's easier. Axiom. How's it going, man? PK Subban, my favorite D-man of all time. I wouldn't say of all time for me, but he was my favorite Hab when he was here, without a doubt. I did write a poem. I am going to read that to you guys shortly. I'll do it just before the preview. And like I said, it's not a finished poem. I got 3 verses, but it's, I'll give it to you as a preview. I might not ever even finish it, so I'll better read it at least here. Hey, Frozen, how you doing, man? Do I think the Habs will honor Weber once he officially retires? Good question. I would think probably. I mean, I don't see why they wouldn't, but yeah, I don't really know. I really don't know. Axiom says if only Weber still played, yeah. Yeah, but I mean, considering his age, I mean, with the rebuild and everything, he wouldn't really, what would he accomplish here at this point? And how would he help the team? Sure, we might win a little bit more, but I mean, we're not going to the playoffs and we're not, so I don't know. He might have wanted out. Who knows? Lucas says, didn't get to see many greats in my long life. He's not old, Lucas. He's young. But Subban was the most exciting skater I saw play for the Habs. Price is number 1 overall, though. Yeah, Subban was definitely a very exciting player to watch, So, yeah, it's I mean, I'll let me read the poem. You guys ready for it? I'm going to read the poem before I get to the to my preview. I don't know where I am today. All right, this is about PK Subban. Doesn't have a title, just 3 verses of a poem. Here we go. PK Subban was my favorite Hab when he was on our team. I loved his flashy style and the way that he would preen. The excitement he exuded came out of every pore. A Markov pass, he'd slap the puck. He'd make the whole arena roar. He loved to play against the Bruins. Of those games, he was fond. Remember the hit that almost destroyed the hated Brad Marchand? He hit him so hard when he crossed the line that he sent him back in time. You got to love to see that. Brad Marchand is such a slime. PK was exciting. He'd bring you right out of your seat. He truly was electrifying. Won the Norris in 13. Almost didn't say that right. If the Habs don't trade him, would he still be scoring goals? That's a real good question, but the truth is no one knows. That's all I got. And I struggled with that last line, and I finally got it like a minute before I came online. Anyway, I wanted to read that to you guys. A little thing in honor of PK Subban. So Marwisk is predicting 3-2 Montreal, Slav, then Suzuki, then Caulfield score. The Saros is a good goalie. Yeah, we'll see what happens. I don't know. I'm not confident for today. I don't know. Till they start winning. I know they won a game, but then it didn't lead to a second one. And they've only won the last time they won back-to-back games. It was November, mid to late November. I'm not sure exactly. So it's been a while. They don't win back-to-backs very often. Now they're not in that situation, but I don't know. Nashville beat them pretty handily, like just over a week ago. So I don't know. Don't feel that comfortable. Okay, we got a couple more minutes, and then I'll go do the preview. Talk to me, peoples. Anything you want to know. If I know it, I will tell you. If I don't, I'll make it up. When you say the moment that's behind me, that's right. That's where that's from. Okay. Yeah, it's funny. You know, I saw that Marchand hit, I think yesterday, looking at something like PK Subban, and it came up, and I had forgotten about that. What a great hit. And then I'm writing this. I thought, oh, I'm glad I saw that because it was in my head to write it here. So, yeah. I just thought, I forgot about it. I didn't realize that hit was that long ago. And then you think about it, it's not that long ago, you know? Anyway. Yeah, babe, that's why I was kind of like, you know, just kind of wishy-washy in my answer because I agree. I don't know if he was here long enough. The only thing I could say is that the Stanley Cup run, we know what he went through to go through that and all that. That might be enough to make them to get them to honor him. I don't know, but he wasn't here very long overall, and that could have it could have an effect on whether they do honor him or not. Yeah, but Marwisk, I mean, if Arizona, but you know, it's not as cut and dried as we thought going into this season. There's plenty of teams going to be on the bottom. Doesn't necessarily mean Arizona is going to get that first pick. Yeah, Luke, I don't remember what year it was exactly, but I mean, I don't know. Time's weird. As I get older, I don't know. It's hard. It's harder and harder to know exactly when something was. I don't know how to explain it better than that, but anyway, on we go. Anything else before I get to my preview? Pete, hey Pete, how's it going, buddy? Yeah, I'm gonna get to the preview in a minute. Anything you want to ask me, ask away. I guess I want to but I know only Lucas. I think Pete's a mod. I wanted to talk about a mod meeting, but not everybody's here, so I'll wait and maybe talk about it in the game. I am good. I'm good. I'm good. Oh, Lucas, yeah. I like I said, I've said this before. Like if Subban was to get traded, there were just two guys that I was kind of willing to accept them to trade him for. One of them was Drew Doughty, and the other was Shea Weber, and they got Weber. So I wasn't as upset as a lot of people when it happened. Richard, does that wait a second? Wait a second. First of all, I'm confused now. BC Richard, am I right? Are we dealing with a total crash and burn for what? And rest in peace, Jeff Beck. Yes. Yeah, I'm never the biggest Jeff Beck fan. I like some of his stuff. What I didn't realize with him is learning that how influential he actually was. So, but I was never a huge Jeff Beck fan, but definitely rest in peace, Jeff Beck. Frozen, I believe all of the team. I'm not sure exactly what the percentage is, but I think it's because of the two picks that that will be in the lottery, and that's Florida's pick and Montreal's pick. But I don't think 12%. I think it's 6% for each pick, something like that. Marvis, they're all well, no, Lemieux's not. Yeah, Pavel Dimitrov, rest in peace, right there. He's the one. Pavel Dimitrov, I believe, died in that plane crash. The KHL team. Yeah, I heard about that. But apparently, the team didn't tell Subban of the trade. His sister did. That's pretty. And was pretty low for that. Jay Fed, how you doing, man? 4-3 Nashville. Forsberg first goal. Very close to mine. I got 4-2 Nashville with Forsberg. Oh, Lucas, no, it wasn't the same person at all. Definitely not. No, listen, PK Subban he was exciting to watch. He was just almost every night. I mean, he was just, you never knew when he was going to lift you out of your seat, but he did often, and he scored some huge goals. And yeah, I love Subban. Just disappointing to see how quickly his career went downhill. Hey, Kevin, how you doing, man? All right, we're going to go to the preview right now. Just give me a sec. All right. So the game tonight is the 19-15-6 Nashville Predators in Montreal to take on the 16-22-3 Montreal Canadiens. How to watch this game? The start time is at 7 Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. It's on TSN2 in English and RDS in French, as it normally is during the week. In the Predators region, Bally Sports South. Season series, January 3rd, we beat them. No, we did not beat them, Rick. They beat us 6-3 in Nashville. And last 10 record, they are on a 6-2-2 winning streak. Or they're 6-2-2 in their last 10, and actually 7-2-2 in their last 11. They lost the last game. I was last night, so they played last night. They lost 2-1 to Toronto. And Montreal is 2-7-1. They're also on a 1-game losing streak after winning a game and coming off a 7-game losing streak. So there's that. Let's see. Home and away, Nashville's on the road, so they are 10-8-3 on the road, and Montreal is 8-11-0 at home. Tail of the tape, scoring chances 4%, 44.19 for Montreal, 28th. Just hang on, I got to take a puff. 48.33% for Nashville. That's 23rd. Goals per game, 2.56 for Montreal, 29th. 2.79 goals per game for the Preds. That's 26th in the league. Goals against per game, 3.80 for Montreal, 29th. And like almost a full goal less than Montreal, 2.92 for the Preds, 14th in the league. Power play percentage, Montreal's at 14.8%, last in the league. And the Preds not much better at 17.3%, 28th in the league. PK percentage, 74% for Montreal, 23rd, and 80.2% for the Preds, 13th. Their head-to-head record, 0-1-0 for Montreal, 1-0-0 for the Preds. Face-offs, the Preds are 52.2%. And 9th in the league, and Montreal is 49.7% and 16th in the league. Shots on goal allowed and allowed. 4 and allowed. Get it right. So shots on goal per game for the Preds, 30.8, 27.9 for Montreal, and allowed per game is 34.2 for the Preds, 33.5 for Montreal. Goalies tonight, honestly, I don't know. Well, let's take a quick look here. Close your eyes and don't look at anything other than the goalie, and we got it, and it is Kevin Lankinen. So Kevin Lankinen, 4-4-1 record, 281 goals against, 918 save percentage, and he'll be facing Montembeault because Allen is injured. 6-6-2 for Monty, 342 goals against, and a 900 save percentage, no shutouts. Let's see, players to watch over the last 5 games. Points for the Preds, Forsberg with 5, Caulfield with 4 for Montreal. Goals, Forsberg with 3 for the Preds, Caulfield with 4 for Montreal. Assists, Parsonen with 5 for the Preds and Suzuki with 3 for Montreal, and plus minus, Romagnosi with a +5 and Kirby Dach even. And team leaders, for goals, Forsberg for the Preds, 17, Caulfield with 23 for Montreal. Points, Forsberg with 37, Suzuki with 34 for Montreal. Average time on ice, Yossi with 25.05, and the still injured Mike Matheson with 24.14 for Montreal. Wins, Saros has 15, Jake Allen has 10. And we go on to the bottom 11. This is the bottom 11, not really changed. Florida tops that, then Detroit, Philadelphia, Ottawa, and Vancouver, all ahead of Montreal. And San Jose, Arizona, Anaheim, Columbus, and Chicago, all below Montreal. Preds scoring top 5. Forsberg with 17 goals, 20 assists, 37 points. Yossi, 10 goals, 22 assists, 32 points. Matt Duchene, 11 goals, 20 assists, 31 points. Michael Granlund, 4 goals, 21 assists, 25 points. And Nino Niederreiter, 12 goals, 10 assists, 22 points. For Montreal, nothing changed from the last time. Nothing changed. I don't need to talk about it. I just want to go over it. Predators projected lineup. Parsonen centering Forsberg and Sissons, I don't know how they pronounce it. I forget. Ryan Johansson in between Jankowski and Duchene. Cody Glass centering Niederreiter and Granlund. And Novak in between Trennan and Jeannot. Ryan McDonough and Yossi first pair. Ekholm and Carrier second pair. Lauzon and Fabro third pair. Lankinen starting. Here's the Habs. Before I'm going to cough. All right. Suzuki, Caulfield, Dach, unchanged. Evans, Dadonov, Armia, unchanged, but I dare say they are the third line, not the second line. Dvorak, Slavkovsky, Anderson, still together, second line. And we got no full fourth line. You got Ilonen and Drouin there. And they're playing 7 defensemen. So Edmondson and Savard as the first pair. Harris and Kovacevic, second pair. Xhekaj and Weidman, third pair. Justin Barron just hanging around. I don't know how they'll work that out. It's weird. Pizzetta and Hoffman there, scratched, healthy scratches. So maybe they're not 100%. I don't know what's going on with that. Monty making the start. Caden Primo backing them up. And here's a bobblehead. Cole Caulfield bobblehead. Baybye sent me the picture. So I thought I'd show you. This is a Cole Caulfield bobblehead that you can buy, but apparently super expensive. Like really, I think it was like 127 or 29 or something. Bayby's in the chat. He'll tell us. But hey, Bayby, I thought I'd show it. It's a nice pick. But I don't think people will like it because look at the uniform he's wearing. It's jinxed. Let's go back to the comments. Lucas says, just like Price, Subban was someone who could turn it on in big games, and it was some of the best hockey I've seen. I'll never forget his performance against Boston in 2014. Subban was a big game player. If there was a big game, he wanted to be the best player on the ice, and he stepped up. He stepped up in those games, and he had a lot of his best games, I think, or his best, moments or whatever in those kind of games. Kevin says 3-2 Montreal. You got to give a goal scorer if you want to win the prize, possibly. Andrew, I think Subban should lace up the skates for the Habs. He can't be worse than Savard or Edmondson. Yeah, but he's got to be signed. Are we heading to a bottom five? Kind of, if they're going to be in the bottom, that's where I want them to be. So I'm cool with that. Marwa says, I say this way first will be Gajan. That's the goalie for the Slovaks in the World Juniors. Is going to go second. I don't think a goalie is going to go that high. But hey, Michkov third and Bedard. Wait a second. Oh, you're saying first will be Gajan, second Michkov, and third will be Bedard. Yeah, it's not going to be that way. It's got to be a joke because I saw the girl with doing the Michigan. She did well, but come on. There's no way a goalie's going first overall when you have Bedard there. There's no way a goalie's going first overall. I know you're optimistic. He's your fellow countryman, and I get that, but there's no way a goalie's going first overall. Literally, he'll do well if he goes in the first round. Marwisk, I was reading a little bit about that and I saw the video of the Michigan that she did. At only 14 and youngest in the tournament, I think. No, maybe it wasn't that, but hey, Mary Jo, 5-1 Preds Duchesne first goal. Baby says 1, 2, 3 Canadian. I ordered. Oh, that you did order that? Oh, I didn't mean to tell everybody the price that you were willing to pay for that, but sorry. And then I'm reminded of that song, Canada, 1, 2, 3. You got to go 4 or 5 Canadians. It made me think of that when I read that. As a Leaf fan, Subban was a really good player. I think as a fan of any team, Subban was a really good player. Michkov has 3 more years in KHL. We know, I know that. Kevin, I see your message. Did I miss a message? I don't think I missed one. Yeah, you called it 3-2 Montreal, but you didn't give me a goal scorer. But I saw that. And I read it out. I was just joking. Gajan is not DiPietro. No, and he's not going first. The goalie's not going first. Pete, always a crowd pleaser. That's why he was the most popular player when he was here because he was exciting to watch. People just loved him. And it's not like he tried things and then he couldn't do anything. He was a damn good hockey player. You know what I mean? And he was really exciting. Subban's very funny, and he's good on camera too. So we got about 10 minutes to go before the end of the show. Whatever you guys want to talk about, ask away, and we shall talk about it. How's that? The game is at 7 tonight. It's rare that there's a game in Montreal at 7:30. They do a few every year now, but most of them are 7. They must have changed the last one. That's why I had it wrong. Or I wrote it down wrong. One of the two. And I'll probably say it was my fault. I wrote it down wrong because not easy for them to change the time of a game. Exactly, I guess. It can create a little problem. All right, so whatever you want to talk about, I'm here for that. Don't forget, 7:00. I'll be here with the live hangout, and yeah, we'll have a lot of fun. Hopefully tonight. I have no idea if Matt's joining me tonight or not, so I dare say probably not because I haven't heard from him. So flying solo has his generosity is one of the reasons he was traded. Yes and no, right? It was because he was promoting himself and not necessarily the team. He didn't consult them. He did this without them, and they wanted to be part of it. And they don't like players that promote themselves without being part of that as a Hab. And that was a big reason also for the trade. That Therrien did not like him, and they didn't get along. Pacioretty did not like him, and they didn't get along. And I think at the end, Galley didn't like him, and they didn't get along. It's Thursday. Isn't that date night for Matt? No, Friday or Saturday would be date night. Well, Beba, he did it on his own. But you're right. That was when he didn't do it in conjunction with the Habs, or since he did it, he didn't give them any credit, and I think that was a big thing then. Also, he was earning $9 million a year, right? His salary, right? So that all of these things together is the reason why he was traded. Beba, yeah, him, Pacioretty, and him made up already now, which is fine. I don't know about Galley, but Galley's out of the lineup now, so it shouldn't be a conflict tonight. I wonder if he'll come in for this. Did this trade happen while Gillette owned the team? No, because it was under Marc Bergevin. So Marc Bergevin made the trade. So no, Jeff Molson. What? When wasn't it like 2009, 10 or something like that Molson bought the team back from Gillette? I want to say that's the year. But definitely when PK got traded, it was under Jeff Molson's watch. Anything else? Just ask away. If there's any new people, come on in and say hi. We'll have a little chat. If there's any new people in the audience, I don't know who's here, who's not here. Until you say hi, I don't know if you're here or not. I'm pretty sure it was when it was either 2009 or 10 or not too long after that or before that even. I don't know, but in my head it's 2009, 10, but that doesn't mean that it's accurate. So we got a few more minutes. Anything you guys want to talk about? I'm here for that. I'm here for that, man. Otherwise, I'm going to go. But when I go, I will be back at 7. Don't forget, I'll be back at 7. We'll do the live hangout. Yeah, and we'll have some fun there. I wish I could show the game for the opening. I'm pretty sure, and I hope we see it. I'm pretty sure they're going to do a video on the screen, and I don't know what else. There'll probably be some kind of ceremony at center ice. They're probably going to give him a plaque or something like that, a gold watch, something like that. Oh, Lucas, it was Molson, that's for sure. Just that I don't know when Molson bought the team back. Well, there you go. Well, so the year after it was one of the two. Baby says 2009. So I would be right. I would have been right. 2009-10. Molson bought back the team. Remember, that's when they got rid of a bunch of people, and then that's when they brought in Gomez and Giunta, Spacek. I'm trying to think who were the 5 big guys that came in. I'm missing 2. I don't remember the other 2. Big changes. I remember watching the opening games of that season thinking, man, I hardly recognize this team. It was so weird. And then I think that was the year they went on the run, Halak and Nets in the playoffs. I don't know if it was 2009-10. Who was insignificant, Pete? Talking to the guys I named? Well, Gomez, for all the hate he gets, Gomez had actually a good first year. He had a good first year. I believe it was 54 points. He had 14 points in the playoffs. He had a good season the first season. And then I think really where the problem started was he went from whatever his number was, 90, 91, something like that, and he asked for number 11. Saku had just left the team, and I think a lot of people did not like that. I remember a lot of people did not like that he was wearing number 11. I think that's where the problems came with Gomez. He shouldn't have changed his number. I can't remember who they all were. There were 5. Weren't there 5 new big players that they signed, that Bob Gainey signed? They're a history lesson. Today's history lesson on Talking Habs. Hey, Jason, how you doing, man? 6-3 Preds. Forsberg for his goals. Kind of exactly what happened last time, wasn't it? Didn't Forsberg get the first one? Or no? Maybe it was somebody else. But it was 6-3 Preds. Pete says he remembers being miserable for a long time, never liked Gomez. No, I was actually happy when they got Gomez. When I heard they signed Gomez, I was like happy. He was a good player at the time. I thought, well, that's a good player to bring in. And like I said, though, first year was fine. It's just after that went downhill. I'm pretty sure the fans turned on him because of the number change. All right, I'm going to go in about 2 minutes. 2 minutes. I'm warning you now. I'm warning you. If you don't talk to me, I'm leaving. Now I'll be going in a couple of minutes, and then I'll be back at 7 for the hangout for the game, and hopefully we will just have fun. I mean, I'm not counting on a win tonight for some reason, but hey, Anthony, how you doing, man? You're in late as I'm about to go, but no worries. And yeah, 7 o'clock back for the hangout. So going once, going twice. Hey, David, 4-2 Habs. Caulfield, first goal. I'd like to see Cole get a goal tonight. I'd see him get 2 and get to 25. That would be awesome. So I've got it 4-2 for Nashville. I'd like to see the 2 Montreal goals come from Caulfield's stick. Why PK tonight? Because he played for the Predators and the Habs. And I think they figured this was a good night. I guess they decided they wanted to honor him. And this was a perfect night to do it. Frozen says Mike Camilleri. That was one of the guys. Mike Camilleri came in that season as well. Good. So there's one more. I just can't remember who the hell it was. In my head, I'm thinking Thomas Caberlet, but I hated Caberlet. I think he was here before that. But I think Caberlet was here when Camilleri was here. So I think it might have been Thomas Caberlet. Anyways, that's one Hab player. When I get asked the question, who's the Hab you hate the most? In history, it's Thomas Caberlet. He was a Habs killer on the Leafs. Then he came to Montreal, did nothing. Nothing. That's why I hated him. I mean, he was a former Leaf, but he really... I had Gianta, Jason. I got that one in there. I think it might have been Caberlet. But again, I could be wrong. Okay. Okay. It is time for me to go. I'll be back in 20 minutes with the hangout. I hope you guys will return. I want to thank you all for being here for the pregame show. Hope you guys enjoyed that. If you did, please give a thumbs up before you exit. And I'll see you soon. Till then, stay safe out there. Peace out, y'all. And ciao. Ciao, everybody. See you soon.